Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're taking a truly unique plunge, looking at relationships through, well, a surprising lens, mathematics.
Yes, it sounds a bit different, doesn't it?
It really does. Our guide for this is a book called BeyondOnePlusOne, Exploring Relationship Mathematics. It actually suggests that our deepest connections can be illuminated by mathematical expressions.
Which seems counterintuitive at first.
Totally. So, our mission today, to unravel what the author calls the invisible equation shaping our relationships. Basically, this is your shortcut to getting your head around this really interesting perspective.
Right.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Right. And, thinking about relationships and mathematics together, it seems odd. But math, fundamentally, it's a language. Precision, logic.
Okay.
It gives us a framework to understand really complex systems, pick apart patterns,
Yep.
a bit like the laws governing the universe.
Huh. I hadn't thought of it quite like that.
And our relationships, they absolutely have their own patterns, their own rules deep down. And when we start to sort of decipher those rules, it can genuinely transform how we navigate love, friendship, all those connections. It brings clarity.
Clarity is good. So if we're applying logic, where do we even start? Does the book kick off with the basics, simple math?
Absolutely. It starts right there with core operations.
Yeah.
But it immediately challenges some common ideas. Let's take the addition principle first.
Okay.
So this isn't the old two halves make a whole idea. That's a big misconception.
Right, I've heard that one a million times.
Exactly. The real math, magic, the book argues, is when two whole individuals, right, choose to come together and create something even greater.
Ah, okay. So whole people adding up to more.
Precisely. It's about recognizing, appreciating the unique stuff each person brings. When two complete people combine their strengths, their perspectives, it doesn't just add up. It can grow exponentially.
Exponentially, wow.
Yeah. Think about Jane and Michael in the book. They both loved adventures separately, but together. Wow, they created these amazing shared experiences, these tapestries of discovery.
It makes sense.
So for you, listening,
Yeah.
this means finding that balance. Independence, yes, but also your shared life. Celebrating successes, valuing differences, because those differences, they bring new perspectives, they enrich the whole thing.
So the action point is,
Maybe take inventory. Like, what are your unique strengths? What does your partner bring? And how can you consciously combine those efforts to build something that feels, well, limitless?
okay, combining strengths is addition. What about subtraction? That feels counterintuitive for relationships. The book even jokes, love is grand, but divorce is 100 grand. What are we subtracting here?
That's a great lead-in, actually, because it's not about taking away from the relationship itself. It's about releasing the burdens within it,
Burdens, like what?
like past hurts that just linger, resentments, the need to control things maybe, or even just unrealistic expectations that aren't serving you anymore. Got it. Things that weigh it down.
Exactly. This process, this subtraction, it creates space. It clears the equation, if you like. Space for healing, for real growth, for a deeper connection.
Okay, I can see that.
The book tells Rachel and Jason's story. They learned to release old wounds through forgiveness. That took courage. Or Sarah, finding the strength to leave a toxic relationship. That was subtraction too, a necessary step for her own future.
Right. Sometimes less is more.
That's exactly what the author says. Subtraction in relationships is the realization that sometimes less is more. Less drama, less judgment, less negativity. And that creates space for more love, more understanding, more fulfillment.
So for the listener, this applies to...
Well, maybe letting go of trying to change your partner, embracing the differences instead, or shedding those societal pressures, the shoulds, about what a relationship is supposed to look like.
Yeah, those are heavy.
They really are.
Yeah.
So maybe identify where letting go could make a difference. Find the courage, Release old stuff, give up control, ditch the expectations. It's about finding freedom and growth. That makes a lot of sense. Moving from subtraction to
Multiplication.
the multiplication factor. I like the garden analogy the book uses, nurturing love's growth. How does this lay out mathematically?
Great metaphor, isn't it? Multiplication here is all about actively cultivating the good stuff, building that strong foundation, trust, support, real commitment.
Essential.
Absolutely. And it really dives into emotional intimacy, creating that safe space, where you can both share your deepest fears, your hopes, without feeling judged,
That's crucial.
and investing in shared experiences
Yeah.
consistently. The little things, the big things, they all add up or, well, multiply. The book mentions Lisa and James, who got through tough times because they actively nurtured that trust and support.
So there's an active process.
Very active. Gratitude, appreciation, Even simple gestures, they infuse the relationship with more love, it multiplies. And when you empower each other, celebrate successes together, that builds collective strength. Love just grows, effortlessly almost.
So the takeaway:
Nurture your love intentionally. Prioritize that connection, that growth. Consciously create an environment where love can just multiply.
okay, addition, subtraction, multiplication. That leaves division, the division principle. The quote you mentioned earlier, relationships are like fractions. You must find a common denominator. That really clicks.
It does, right? Because just like fractions, you can't really compare or combine things easily if they don't share that base. In relationships, conflict often happens because partners are like operating from different assumptions or values.
Different denominator.
Exactly. So the division principle isn't about splitting up. It's about finding that shared base, that common ground, a mutual goal, understanding, a core value, something that helps you bridge the differences constructively.
How do we do that?
Active listening is key. Really trying to understand the other person's view, not just waiting to jump in with your response.
Harder than it sounds sometimes.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Cultivating empathy. Trying to see it from their side. The book gives practical tips like using I statements. I feel X when Y happens, instead of blaming. Or taking timeouts during arguments.
Cooling off periods.
Right. To allow for constructive resolution later. It's not about getting rid of differences entirely. Differences can be great. It's about managing them respectfully so they don't tear things apart.
Makes sense.
Like the author says, love knows no division when it comes to supporting and uplifting one another. It's about dividing the burdens, sure, but multiplying the joys, journeying together.
So navigating challenges will actually strengthens the bond.
Absolutely. It leads to deeper understanding. So for you listening, practice that active listening. Build empathy. Compromise. Find healthy ways to resolve conflict. See differences as opportunities for growth, not roadblocks.
That's a powerful reframe. Okay, so we've covered the basic operations, but the book goes further, right? Into geometry. The geometry of relationships. Sounds fascinating.
It really is. It uses shapes as metaphor to help us visualize relationship dynamics. It's quite insightful.
Thanks.
Like what? Okay, first, triangles. Think of these as representing third-party influences.
Third parties, like interfering in-laws? Or maybe work stress?
Could be anything external, yeah. A friend, family, societal expectations. Something that creates a third point of tension or influence on the core pair. The geometry insight is that a stable triangle needs managing. Open communication, clear boundaries around that core connection.
Okay, triangles need boundaries. What else?
Then there are squares. Metaphorically, these represent dynamics involving multiple individuals, maybe polyamorous relationships or complex family structures.
More complex dynamics.
Right. And like a square with its equal size and connections, these structures really rely heavily on trust, crystal clear communication, and explicit consent among everyone involved. It's about managing multiple lines of connection respectfully.
Makes sense. Trust and communication are paramount there.
Absolutely. And finally, circles. These symbolize unity, interconnectedness, inclusivity. A circle is continuous, unbroken.
Like a wedding ring.
Exactly. It speaks to that sense of belonging, shared purpose. But importantly, it's about balancing that unity with individuality, fostering connection and personal growth within that circle.
So how does understanding these shapes help us?
It helps you recognize external pressures, the triangles, and the need for boundaries. It highlights the intense need for trust and communication in more complex structures, the squares. And it reminds us to nurture both unity and individuality, the circle. The goal is a relationship that enhances you, not diminishes you.
Enhance, not diminish. I like that.
So prioritize trust, communication, consent, and build your own path based on understanding and respect, not just what you think it should look like based on some external shape.
That geometry perspective is really useful. But relationships aren't always neat shapes. They get messy. Which brings us to statistics and probability.
Exactly. Because love isn't always predictable. This part of the book tackles the need for realistic expectations. Challenges will happen. It's statistically probable,
Right.
So it's about embracing a certain amount of uncertainty, developing resilience for the ups and downs.
A statistical mindset for love.
Sort of. It's just looking for patterns. Like if you keep having the same communication breakdown or the same conflict, analyzing that pattern can help you make more informed decisions, foster growth, instead of just reacting emotionally every time.
Okay, using data in a way.
In a human way, yes.
Yeah.
The book has a great quote. In the realm of love, statistics remind us that even the smallest probabilities can lead to the most significant moments that shape our lives.
So small positive actions can have big impacts.
Potentially, yes. And taking calculated risks like having that tough conversation or trying something new together, facing challenges together, can actually strengthen the bond, increase the probability of a good outcome.
So don't fear the challenges.
See them as opportunities. Embrace the uncertainty. Explore new possibilities together. It deepens the connection.
Okay, now for maybe the ultimate question the book tackles, can we actually optimize love?
Optimization. It's a big concept. In math, it's about finding the best possible outcome given certain constraints.
Like finding the most efficient route.
Kind of. Applied to relationships, it's thinking about what actions, what decisions lead to the most fulfilling partnership, maximizing happiness, shared well-being, within the reality of your lives.
How would you even quantify that?
Well, the book suggests thinking metaphorically, maybe rating communication effectiveness or tracking shared joy moments. It even touches on how ideas from like matching algorithms could metaphorically help spot areas of high compatibility or where effort yields the best return.
Wow, okay, that sounds potentially robotic.
And that's the crucial caveat the book makes. It's about being strategic, yes, but not robotic. You can use optimization ideas to refine communication or balance your individual needs with the partnership's needs. But, and this is vital, the book stresses, love is a complex, multifaceted experience that extends beyond mathematical equations.
Thank goodness.
Right. You have to balance these logical insights with emotional intelligence, empathy, appreciating the unique, messy, wonderful reality of your specific relationship.
So optimization isn't a one-time fix.
No, it's an ongoing process. Continuous improvement, adaptation, figure out your core goals for happiness, and then keep refining your approach, always balancing the head and the heart.
Balancing head and heart.
Right.
That seems like a good transition to the next idea, the infinite equation. The quote here is wonderful. Relationships are like pi, irrational, infinite, and always mysterious.
Isn't that great? It captures how love, real love, kind of transcends simple arithmetic. It can feel boundless, infinite.
Pi goes on forever.
Exactly. And central to this infinite idea, the book argues, is self-love and acceptance. That's the foundation.
Why self-love first?
Because true, expansive love, the kind that feels infinite, it flourishes best when each person feels whole and worthy on their own first. It's hard to give boundlessly if you feel empty inside.
Makes sense.
And this section really emphasizes embracing vulnerability, seeing it not as weakness, but as a strength. It's how deep emotional connections form, allowing yourself to be truly seen.
That takes courage, too.
It does. And extending compassion. To your partner, yes, but just as importantly to yourself, especially when things get tough. That creates the nurturing space for this infinite kind of love.
So 1 + 1 can equal infinity.
That's the idea. The book puts it beautifully. In the arithmetic of love, the simplest equation, 1 + 1 on 2, can become 1 + 1 infinity when love knows no bounds. So for you, the listener, view love as this ongoing journey, not a destination you arrive at. Keep nurturing it. Approach relationships with an open heart. Think about your own capacity for vulnerability, for compassion, for that infinite possibility.
That's a beautiful, expansive idea. And finally, bringing it all together, the book talks about the art of equilibrium, a delicate dance, it calls it.
And dance is the perfect word, because equilibrium, balance in relationships, it's not static. It's not like perfectly balanced scales that never move.
Right, life keeps happening.
Exactly. It's a continuous process, adjusting, adapting. It's this delicate act of balancing your own needs, your growth, with the needs and growth of the partnership.
How do we maintain that dance?
Trust and respect are the anchors. They keep things steady, especially during storms. Giving each other space for individuality is also key, letting each person be themselves, pursue their own things, while still nurturing the connection.
Space and connection?
It's a balance, and boundaries are crucial here too. Protecting the relationship's equilibrium from too much external influence. Family, friends, society's expectations. Things that can throw you off balance.
Like the triangles we talked about.
Precisely.
Yeah.
As the source says, equilibrium is the anchor, allowing partners to weather challenges and emerge stronger together.
So it's about stability through flexibility.
Yes. Cultivate self-awareness. Know your own needs, your partner's needs, the relationship's needs, and keep adjusting. It's ongoing. Give space, set boundaries, prioritize the relationship's well-being. Find harmony amidst the fluctuations, not chase some impossible static perfection.
Harmony amidst fluctuations. That sounds achievable, actually. Well, what an incredible journey today, seriously. Exploring relationships through math. Who knew? From addition and subtraction.
To multiplication, division.
Right, then geometry, probability, even infinity and equilibrium. It's surprisingly comprehensive.
It really is a powerful lens. And it underlines, I think, that there's no single magic formula, is there? No one equation for the perfect relationship.
No silver bullet.
Exactly. It's more like a tapestry. All these principles, these strategies woven together. And relationships, they keep evolving. They need continuous effort, adaptation, learning, always learning.
So the final thought for everyone listening.
Mhm.
What does this all mean for your equation of love? How might you start, maybe today, to rewrite your relationship story, to unleash its potential for, deeper connection, growth, fulfillment?
It's a great question to ponder.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into Beyond One Plus One. We really appreciate you exploring these ideas with us, hopefully enriching your own connections along the way.